Well, good morning all. I'm now back in the UK. I just wanted to do it's just gonna be a quick short video today. It's being a Saturday, and I just wanted to do a quick summing up video of our trip to Tenerife, our RIU Buenavista hotel experience. I've done a couple of notes on here, so we'll go through the entire week. But like I said, we're going to make it a short video. It's not going to be a long video, and you're going to have to put up with all. I'm not going to edit it, so you'll have to put up with all my little bits and mishaps and that anyway. So, RIU Buenavista. We first went there in 2023 and was completely surprised. It's a really big hotel. It's a really big chain, and it's really surprised. I hate to say we'd been to some not great hotels. We'll be polite and put it that way. In Tenerife, this one complete surprise. It's really welcoming. All the staff have always been very welcoming there. Right from the moment you go to reception, to taking your bags up, and really just around the resort, that they've always been pretty good. Never had an issue at all. Everything has been pretty good there, and I couldn't rate the hotel any higher. I'm not going to say it's perfect. I'm sure it's not going to be 100% perfect for everyone, and I'm sure you may have been around the world at other hotels, and may have picked on different bits. Now, we first went there in June 2023, so this would have been our third outing at RIU. So, did notice some slight points. Nothing major, nothing wherever I would think I wouldn't come back. RIU Buenavista, I would come back tomorrow in a heartbeat. No issues whatsoever. Anyone asked me, I would recommend them straight away. Like I said, that hotel, I think is pretty up there. I think they do a very good service, but we'll go through some points in a moment. Just some points that I noticed different from 2023 to kind of where we are now, end of 2024. I'm assuming there's either some business practice, business change is done. Not 100% certain why. So, we'll go from, and for people who haven't seen it, I've put several videos from my whole week there. I tried to capture and review, honestly, the different restaurants we went to, a walk around the outside. I tried to do it as a complete layman's way of, I'm not paid for this, or I'm not sponsored by RIU or anywhere else. This is... as I said in the video, completely funded by me, so it's a complete honest review of the whole trip, surroundings, what we saw, and what we did. So we'll start off with the room. I did do a room review. There was a few odd points that I didn't put on, so I thought obviously I'd mention that here. So people have asked about sockets. I think generally we only found about 3 kind of sockets, single power sockets that you could use in the room. Go into other rooms, you may have a bit more. If you go into the full family rooms, I'm sure there've been more. I can't give you a review on the family rooms because we've never had them. So 4 people coming through, before I start waffling on too much. Rooms pretty clean, never had an issue at all. There was slight bits where the cleaner did come in during the day, and although they did pretty good, but there were slight aspects where I think maybe the sinks in the bathroom weren't quite cleaned properly or fully. But honestly, all the bins were done. So I generally didn't have an issue with the rooms. They were always clean, like RIU normally is, or particularly at my experience anyway. So for the room, so you had aircon. You had a general fan on the ceiling in the room, which we used at night. You had 3 power sockets, and there were two USB Type A's, which are like the original Type USBs that you could charge from as well. So that was what was in our room. So two power sockets in the main room and one in the bathroom. So apart from that, no other issues with the room at all. The fridge was absolutely fine. Telly was fine. You will have to flick through the old channels a bit to find the English-speaking ones. But apart from that, no other issues with the room at all. It was pretty spot on. And I have to say, from my experience, like RIU generally is. But like I said, it's only my opinion. I've been to only one RIU hotel, and I've only been to that one 3 times. But like I said, reference the room, no issues at all. I would go back in a heartbeat easily. So that's the room. Cleaning this out, and I didn't quite find it quite as clean as when we first ever went in 23. Now, I don't know whether they've had a cut of less staff or whether there's maybe a slight recruitment issue. I don't know, but all I can say is I was going to put the clip that I took of these in one of the stairwells instead of using the lifts, trying to be fit like you do. You tried it. There was some drinks left in the corner of a stairwell, and they'd been there. I think the time we left, they'd easily been there 4 days and hadn't been moved at all. So clearly no cleaning had been done on that stairwell whatsoever for at least 3 or 4 days. Not great. Not the worst. Like I said, I've been to way worse hotels than that. So just a slight criticism. But like I said, things could have changed in the hotel. Like I said, it didn't affect your room, didn't affect the other areas we went in, didn't affect restaurants, nothing like that. It was just something I noticed while we was there. Like I said, someone, as usual, useless bloody guests who just can't be bothered being lazy just to put the glasses in one of the many trays that you could have just deposited them glasses just to criticise. I thought, really, you're that lazy? But there we go, just my opinion. So they just dumped them in the stairwell. But on RIU's side, them glasses have been there nearly 3 or 4 days without even being moved. And when we left that morning, which you'll see on my video of the Tenerife back to Norwich International, that morning the glasses were still there. So that's one criticism. And there was odd other slight cleaning points. So another bit, when I was there in June last year, which would have been the first time we'd been to RIU, the pools, because I used to come down early in the morning and try and get some filming bits and photography bits and that done, and I did notice that the pools used to be like they're hoovering out, cleaning out. They used to be done daily. Now, I was down at that pool early morning every morning, and I can tell you now, we generally was at the infinity pool, which would have been pool number 1, as I called it. I only saw that pool in the 7 days we were there get hoovered out once. Yet last year it was done nearly every day. So, I don't know whether they've been told not to do that or to change it or what. I don't know. Just a bit I noticed. Yes, they did clean around the outside of the pool and that kind of thing. Although, another cleaning aspect, I did notice that the tables between the sunbeds weren't cleaned every day either. And again, last year, they were cleaned without fail. So, or my opinion. So, that's where we are with cleaning. Apart from that, nothing else. All the restaurants were pretty clean from what I could see. I did several reviews on all of them. Like I said, go back in my back catalogue and you'll see reviews on the Grill, on Mandalay, on Dolce Vita, and a little bit in the main restaurant on breakfast time. But again, never saw an issue. I think the staff are great in the restaurants. To serve that many people daily, and the head chef, I did apologies, I can't remember his name, but I have seen him on LinkedIn, and how him and his team serve all us lot there every day, I think is absolutely awesome. I put my hands up to the team in the restaurants. My opinion, I think they do an excellent job. So So anyway, that's me whinging about the slight little bit of cleaning. Again, my review, would it put me off? No. Like I said, there's just minor little picky points. So I think personally the place is very clean, and no issues at all. So the room, like I said, we've covered that. Like I said, I didn't have any issues. Everything in the room worked. I did pick out on my review a little bit about the shower head. Maybe could have been cleaned, but the shower worked absolutely fine. We had hot water every time we wanted showers. Never an issue at all on any of that whatsoever. Toilet worked fine. The hair dryers were fine. Like I said, there wasn't anything that didn't work in the room. So now, there was a bit of controversy whether these were heated or not. So I'm going to quickly sum it up here now. No, they're not heated. Okay. I did do a few more tests and walk-arounds, and no, they're not heated. So it just felt a bit earlier when I did my review earlier, because you're coming from a really cold pool to another one, and it felt a bit hot, and it wasn't. So let's just get this sorted now. None of the pools are heated. But without a doubt, and from some other customer points, without a doubt, yes, the infinity pool is the coldest, particularly this time of year. Even when I've been in June, you still have to gradually go in. So, like I said, I've been to other places around, like Egypt and that, and obviously because of the heat, it's not an issue at all. So, particularly when you go into the infinity pool, particularly winter times, seasons, yes, it is very cold. Still bearable swimming. I perhaps feel the cold a bit more than perhaps some other people do. I certainly saw some people just get straight out of the pool, not an issue at all. So, so pool review. No issues at all on any of the pools. My only criticism would be with some of the guests, who they provide an excellent child, infant, toddler pool there, full gated, very secure, and half the time it was only used about 2/3 full, maybe. And they're using them on risky pools for safety, I think. Again, only my opinion. I have had kids before anyone else in the comments. I've had 3 children. So, I've experienced toddlers, infants, and all that kind of thing. So it's just a point, just a visual that I saw. But I think using infants in the infinity pool and toddlers, babies, on floats when, I'm not going to go into it, but I did tell you on the video, you're not meant to be using inflatables in the infinity pool. It does say on there, because of safety, because of the inflatables floating straight over the wall onto a 2-metre drop. Again, pools, I didn't think the lifeguards did quite. Again, he might have been told off management not to have so much a go at the guests, but there's bits I thought if I was a lifeguard, I'd have been pulling my hair out personally. Lifeguards, they're all there, no issue at all. They're there observing the pools, doing all what they need to do. But there's certainly times I think I would have had more words with the guests than what they did, particularly in the infinity pool. But apart from that, all the pools, pretty spacious, no issues at all. All, from what I can see, pretty clean. Like I said, could be cleaned a bit slightly better, but again, I'm perhaps nitpicking a bit here. So, but apart from that, no issues with the pool. They all seem clean to me. So, just to re-emphasise, infinity pool is the coldest. It could be to do with the depth, and it could be because it's half salt, half water in there. And I don't think the other pools are. Obviously, check with RIU on this, because like I said, I'm just showing you what I see. But the other pools are slightly warmer. So, and like I said, I can't give you any brief on the children's area pool, because obviously I didn't go in that, because all our children are a lot older now. So that's pretty much the pools. Staff, yeah, I can't thank them enough. As usual, excellent. I didn't have any issues with any of the staff. They're all more than welcome, more than helpful. Yeah, any day, I think they're great. So, with the bar staff, with the staff in the restaurant, reception staff, any issues you had that they've resolved personally for us, even down to the entertainment, guys, as usual, you know, hats off to them. You know, I couldn't do a better job. They were excellent. So just a quick shout out to Frank and to Edgar, who we've seen many times because we've been there a few times, but best iced coffees in the morning, especially from Edgar. And Frank, at his welcoming way at the Peps Bar area, it's the guy is so knowledgeable and excellent. Excellent guy. Look out for him if you do go. And at the 24/7 bar, generally in the mornings, I believe, but Edgar there, he does your iced coffee to a dream. So, so staff, spot on, absolutely perfect. And then, kind of last of all, because we're getting on time now, and food. Now, there's been lots of comments with the food. Again, how these guys turf out these amount of different foods with all us lot there, which I don't know how many people the hotel hold. It must be over 1,000 or more. To be honest, I don't know nothing about catering. I'm not going to pretend I do. I don't mind eating it, but I don't know how they do it and how they serve us all. I just think is amazing, absolutely amazing. And the RIU management, you've got an excellent team there. I didn't have any issues with the food at all. There's been comments I've read either on TripAdvisor and that with people bloody moaning about, oh, well, it's the same stuff every day. I thought, well, if you want to go and keep lifting and putting on your plate the same stuff every day, I suppose, yes, it is. I kind of stick with the same stuff because I don't particularly like getting trying other things, but that's just me personally. I thought there was a good choice. Admittedly, depending on what you want, depends what restaurant you need to pick. So if you want the best choice, you need to go to the main restaurant, because it does have a big choice there. There is lots of different desserts. There is lots of different salads, different condiments. There was different of everything, and you didn't have to have the same every day. There was different fish served up. That there was some vegan, but and even if you were vegan or vegetarian, you could find something there. It's, you know, I think they did a pretty good job considering, you know, I didn't know where you'd put the hotel within sort of, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say it's a £1 million a day restaurant, sort of hotel, because obviously it's not. But I would put it pretty up there, and I think they do a very good job for the amount of people they have to do. And all the food, no matter where we went, was cooked very well. I didn't have an issue on any of the cooking or anything anywhere. It was pretty spot on. And like I said before, hats off to the guys who do the restaurant areas, the waitressing and waiting and everything, how they bring you to your table. Like I said, spot on. But like I said, if you want the most choice, go to the main restaurant. Like I said, on my other videos, and you can check them out, if you want the grill night, and if you're into meats and that's the one to go to. If you want the Italian, go to La Dolce Vita. I'm pretty certain that'll cover everything you want there. And like I said, the only slight criticism would be on Mandalay with the Chinese, with, I think you could add a bit more to the menu there. It is, I would say, quite limited there at Mandalay. And if you were particularly vegan or vegetarian, you wouldn't go to the grill night anyway, I wouldn't have thought. But, you know, it's always worth a check out. So, I'm going to end it here. We've done nearly 20 minutes of me waffling on. Tui, thanks for taking us there. Good pilots, good job. From Norwich to Tenerife and back again. And considering I did a video on our trip back, and it was excellent captain and first officer, because we had turbulence, I think, nearly the moment we left Tenerife safe to us getting to Norwich. So yeah. And on the flight back to Norwich, on the, on the Thursday, yeah, I think the team of stewards we had, I think are some of the best I've seen from TUI. It's so helpful. Apologies, I can't remember the names, but yeah, excellent guys on there. So the whole trip couldn't really fault too much of it, considering I think Tenerife did have some issues with bus strikes at the time, but obviously that didn't affect TUI buses at all, so all your connections we got there pretty well. And the Mount Teide tour, again, done the video on that, so you can check that out. But we did do that was all done by TUI as well. Again, guide very good, absolutely no issues at all. So right, okay, that's me enough waffling. So, would I recommend RIU Buenavista? Damn right, because I would, and I'd go back tomorrow. If only I could finance it, I'd go back tomorrow. So, definitely worth it. If you get to go to RIU, go for it. You will not be disappointed. Like I said, if you're... How can I put this? If you're not used to big hotels, it can be a bit extreme when you first get there, but have a check with the team. They are really helpful, and they will show you around. Or if not, check some of my videos out. I've done this literally as a person, just going around, turning up there and showing you what we can see and where you can go in different bits. So, thanks everyone at RIU. Thanks TUI. Like I said, just for confirmation, I'm not sponsored by either. This is literally just all sponsored by me. I'm not that fortunate. We're a new channel, so I have to finance everything myself, and obviously I'm not monetized. So, just saying, just so you know, the credibility of the video is literally all my opinion. But yeah, check RIU out if you can at Tenerife, at Buenavista. I would still say it's pretty up there as one of the best hotels I've been to. Okay, I will end it now. Just to reach out to all people who did subscribe to me while I was over at Tenerife and are still stayed with me. Thank you so much. Again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Doesn't cost anything. It's absolutely free. But it really helps my channel a lot. And thanks to everyone who's viewed my videos and putting up with me waffling on and showing you what I can see, especially over the Tenerife bits. We've got more bits to come. Now I'm back home again, so we'll check out some new areas. I've had a few kind of restaurants and that reached out to me, so I will try and get them done before Christmas. And we'll keep going, keep plodding along. We've got new walks to do, but I will get these out to you as soon as I can. Unfortunately, for me, for Monday, I'm back at work again, so we'll be fitting the videos around work best we can. But I will get the videos out to you. So, thanks to everyone again for subscribing, watching my videos, liking them. It helps me enormously, and I will catch up with you very soon. So take care and catch you soon.